I'm Gary Alexander for Vegas Sports. We're coming to you from the Pure Performance Training Center here in Las Vegas, and I'm here with none other than Carlos Navarro. What's going on, Carlos?
Not much. Here, ready to train, get back in shape, and to get ready for my next fight.
Yeah. Now, you started boxing at a young age. How old were you when you first started boxing?
First time I walked in the gym, I was 5 years old, and then I trained for a few years. Got my first amateur fight at 11, and then my first pro fight at 18.
Now, you had a very extensive amateur career. You had over 170 amateur fights, yeah?
I had 168 national fights, and I had 35 international fights. So, and then not counting exhibitions or that are just like regular shows, I didn't count those. But yeah, I had a pretty good experience. I fought a lot of good fighters too.
Now, in your amateur career, would you say that beating Floyd Mayweather Jr. or beating Vargas was a highlight in your amateur career?
One of them. I fought many fighters. From Zaire Rahim, I beat Zaire Rahim as well. And I trained with the best fighters. Antonio Tarver, we're all on the same team. So all that was a big highlight for me, just being on the team, traveling the world, doing a lot of things with all these famous fighters.
Carlos, would you say that your experience at the trials for the Olympics ranked high on your amateur experience?
Not only in the amateur experience, professional, and even just my personal life. Going out there representing my last name I'm representing my whole family. I mean, I got a wife and kids now. That's what I represent. Now that I walk into the ring, I come here, train hard for them, and that's what makes me go in there focused and willing to work hard and trying to be the best out there.
Now, family means a lot to you, and you've said that your parents are your biggest heroes. Does that still stand true?
My father passed away 3 years ago, and he was like the backbone of me and my brother's careers. If it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be. Probably in jail, dead maybe. We started off being forced to go to the gym. I never wanted to go to the gym, okay? He forced us to be there. He kept us off the streets. He knew the bad neighborhood I was in, and that was his thing. He tried to keep us off the streets because it was a bad neighborhood, and he did his job, and look where he got us, okay? Right. Same thing with me. I'm trying to do the best for my kids. I got them in a good school because I don't want them to go the wrong way.
It's a tough world out there. Now, you've had a year layoff. You took a year off after the Pacquiao fight. Now you're making a comeback for this. How do you feel?
It's a big difference, because before when I was training, it felt like, I have to go to the gym today. All right, let me get my bag, let's go. Let me go get this over with, But it's real different now. Right now, it's like I can't wait to get to the gym. I'm an electrician right now. I'm a lead man for a big project right now. I want to get off the job, and I just want to go hit the gym, I'm focused in my job as well, but wanting to be here, it's something new to me. Even when I was a kid, I never wanted to be in the gym. But right now, I got this thing in my mind and my heart. I want to be in here, I want to train hard, and I want to make it all the way.
So you have that drive and that hunger that's really gonna make a difference in your performance, as well as your training, your performance in the ring when the actual fight gets there. It's something that you have, as you said, you have never had like you have now. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're right. And it's not only me, I got a real good team right now. I'm one of the nicest, best gyms in Vegas, my trainer, John, he's real good. He's teaching me a lot. He's conditioning me real good, and just little things like that, help me out as well. He pushes me, and that's one of the things that I need to.
One of the things that I think a lot of America doesn't really understand, I think the show The Contender has kind of started to show that. There are very few professional fighters, even at your level, the level of Carlos Hernandez or Carlos Navarro or Kevin Kelly, that is are able to not work and just be able to fight. You know, there's only a select few that actually have that privilege, and I think that now you're seeing that to have that is really a privilege, and you're getting your hunger back and your drive. And this next fight, it seems like to me you're really dedicated to your training. It's going to be a new Carlos Navarro.
Listen, I was like that for a while, okay? And this was 4 years ago. I'm 29 years old right now. I had my first job ever 4 years ago, and it was the same job I have now as an electrician, okay? Never worked a day in my life. I showed up at a job site, you know, I was lost, man. Right. You know, I'm used to going to the gym with a backpack and gloves in my bag, and now here I'm carrying two belts with screwdrivers and pliers and all this shit. I'm like, man, what the hell am I doing here? I better get my ass in the gym and, you know, start training hard, and you know, I got to do what I have to do.
We wish you the best of luck, Carlos. Carlos Navarro, Vegas Sports, guys.